All right, other things to think about when putting together a portfolio. Uh, you do want to think about like division pages. And division pages are basically something that, moving from, if you have like a project that, your projects tend to take 3 or 4 double page spreads. You may want a division page between each project so we know, you let the user know that a new project's been introduced. So in that case, say that, really all we want for the project itself is for this kind of number to be there. So let's just put kind of that on it. And the other thing we might want is, like, say we decide that we want some big image to kind of come here just to introduce it. So this will be a placeholder for that image. And this is going to come before anything else. So, this will become, instead of project content, maybe I would say that this is the project division. And, I've also said that maybe you want page numbers kind of everywhere. Well, perhaps on this, we don't want any. We decide that no, actually we don't want those at all. So we just kind of take that off the table. Okay, so then let's take a look at the kind of implementation of this. So that would essentially be deciding that this is going to be kind of up here. And that these no longer needs that because it's going to already been introduced. And so, big image. So to get that to work, so I use the Control Shift to basically highlight that. And now I'm going to place that image. So by selecting it, scroll down, find my big image. And now if I hit A or go to this icon here, direct selection, I select just that image itself. And what's interesting about the way that the InDesign works is that essentially it allows you a crop box, but also the actual image box. So by using the selection tool, you're grabbing the crop box or the image box or text box and whatnot. By either hitting A or selecting this one with white, you're getting the actual image itself. So the beauty of InDesign is that's really easy to crop. You just move this. If you need to kind of move it and make it proportional, you would use this tool right here, the free transform, hold down shift, and it locks into that portion and it'll increase the size. So that's the basic tools that you'd use. Also for images, you might notice that it's a little bit fuzzy, it's pixelated. And that could be that, the image that you have doesn't have enough resolution, but it's also because the default for display performance is to go typical. And typical is basically going to save your video graphics card. But if you really need to know what it looks like, because maybe you're putting leaders on it, you're pointing out different things, you can go to high quality for that image, and you'll see that when you zoom in, now I'm not sure I have this image just high enough quality, but you'll see that the quality's far better, and will hit the kind of whatever standard you've already decided on. So the nice thing about this is that if you start to use this as a way of showing the division, so let's just put duplicate spread. So when I introduce a new so again, I'll just kind of get this thing kind of in the right place. The other thing that you can do with images is that if you have it already pulled, so something along these lines, what you can do is you can just pull and drag it on top, and it will automatically throw that image inside of the other. So, if it's a different proportion, of course, you'll have to kind of tweak it and mess with it. But this, at a glance, I know that I'm kind of entering in kind of a new realm between each of the kind of content of the projects. So it's really easy to begin to place content using kind of using kind of placeholders in the master pages for exact placement of images, and then also just using the drag and drop.